Good evening and welcome to Netzach Yisrael's daily Kitzur Shulchan Shir. Today we're going to be learning Siman Yud Ches, Hachas Tefillah Shemana Esrei, Seifim Aleph to Hey. Seif Aleph. Zman Tfilas Hashachar Mitzvasa Sheyaschil Im Hanetzachama. The time for the mitzvah of davening in the morning begins with Hanetzachama, when the sun first appears. Kitzur, as it's written, Yira'ucha im Shemesh, says in Tehillim, may they see you with the sun. V'diavad im hispalal la'acha she'ala amud hashachar yotza. However, if one ended up davening already after dawn, then that's acceptable. B'diavad post-facto. V'nimshach zmana ad shlish hayam. And the time for the morning prayer continues up to a third of the day. But it's forbidden to delay more than that. Nevertheless, if again after the matter he ended up he did end up transgressing and delaying more than a third of the day, even if he did it intentionally, he can daven up to midday. And even though he won't have the davening in the correct time, nevertheless he does have the reward at least for davening in and of itself. If he passed midday intentionally without davening, he can no longer make it up. He can't say an extra mincha prayer to make up for the shacharis that he's already missed. And about this case, it was said, the crookedness cannot be made straight from in Koheles. The imshagag onernas, however, if it was by accident or he was prevented by some other means from davening, Yivar b'Siman Kaf Aleph. Then what happens in that case will be explained in Siman Kaf Aleph. Sif Beis K'shemagia Tehillas L'Ker Elyon, when he gets to the point toward the end of Ezra, the paragraph that begins Ezra's, where it says Tehillas L'Ker Elyon Baruch Hu Mevarach, etc. He should stand and prepare himself for davening Shemana Esrei. And he should remove from his mouth any spit or mucus in his mouth. And any other matter that will disturb his thoughts. He should take 3 steps backwards. And he should then carry on the davening from Tehillas L'Kel Elyon up to the end of the bracha Goal Yisrael. And then he should go back 3 steps forwards. In the way that one approaches and comes close to a king. He shouldn't make a pause between Goal Yisrael and Shemana Esrei. So there should be no pause between the end of the bracha and starting the Shemana Esrei. Afilu lekadish ukedusha uvacha, even for responding to the chazan, saying either kaddish or kedusha, or saying baruch Hu at the beginning of the Birchas Kriyas Shema. Because he needs to juxtapose the end of the bracha to do with geula, to do with redemption, to the start of the tefillah of Shemana Esrei. He needs to have them directly one after the other. V'tov sheyitzamtzem ligmar birkas Goal Yisrael im hashliach tzibur b'shaveh. And one should plan to finish the bracha of Goal Yisrael together at the same time as the chazan. Because if he finishes first, and then the shliach tzibur finishes the bracha, there's a sophic, there's a doubt halachically whether he should answer Amen when the Shliach Tzibur finishes the bracha or not. But when he finishes the bracha at the same time, then he certainly doesn't need to say Amen. Because he doesn't say Amen on his own bracha, as the Kitzur already said in Siman Vav Sif Yudam. When it comes to Mariv, since the bracha that precedes Sheman Esrei doesn't finish off with Gal Yisrael, Mutal Hafsik, then he's permitted to make a break between the end of the final bracha of Kriya Shema and the start of Sheman Esrei. Kamar b'shama kam ben perek leperek, just like he can between during the brachas of Kriya Shema between one paragraph and another, between one bracha and another. Kadem Sheman Esrei Omer HaPasuk Hashem Sufazai Tiftach v'Gomer. Before he starts saying the Sheman Esrei proper, he says the pasuk Hashem Sufazai Tiftach V'Fi Agid Telasecha. Hashem, open my lips and my mouth will declare your praise. And that's not considered to be a gap between Gal Yisrael and Sheman Esrei, because it's very appropriate to tefillah. It's a prayer that the tefillah that he's about to say should be accepted. But the pasuk Kishem Hashem Ekra, but the pasuk Kishem Hashem Ekra Havu Godel Elokeinu, Layama, he shouldn't say that before Shacharis. Kiyem b'Musaf v'Mincha Yamu, but we only say it before Musaf and before Mincha. Kodem Hashem Sufasai Tiftach, before the other pasuk of Hashem Sufasai Tiftach. Sif Gimel. Hamispalel tzarich sheyedash hashchina kenegdal. Someone who is davening, especially Sheman Esrei, should know that the Shekhinah, that Hashem's presence, is as it were opposite him. Kamar Shneimar, as the pasuk says, Shivchi chamayim libech nochach b'nei Hashem. The pasuk in Eicha, pour out your heart like water in the presence of Hashem. V'yar hakavana, and he should arouse his kavana, his concentration. V'yosei kol hamachshava satodas asa, and he should remove from his mind all thoughts that are troubling him. Ad shetishoem machshavta v'chavanasa zaka b'sfilasel, until his thoughts and his intentions will remain pure in his tefillah. They will only be thinking about his tefillah. V'yachshav, and he should think ki ilu hayim adaber lifnei melech basar adam, that if he was speaking before a human king, bevadai hayim asada devar mechaven bahem yofer leval yikasher. Certainly, he would arrange his words and he would have intention in them. He would concentrate deeply on them so that he wouldn't make a mistake. So, kal v'chomer lifnei melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. All the more so when he's standing in front of the King of Kings, hakadosh baruch hu, Hashem, blessed be He. Shetzorech lechavein lefanav et machshavta, that he should certainly prepare before him his intentions and his thoughts. Ki lefanav yisbarach shema hamachshava k'mo dibur, because in front of Hashem, thought is like speech. The thought to Hashem is just like speech is to a human being. And he digs into and looks over all thoughts that a person has. Before davening, he should think about the exaltedness of Hashem, blessed be He, and the loneliness of human beings. And he should remove the desire for all human pleasures from his heart. He should only think about davening before Hashem. Sif Daled. The person who's davening should concentrate in his mind, in his heart, the meaning of the words that he is producing from his mouth. Shneimah, as it says in Tehillim, Tachin libam takshiv oznecha. Direct their hearts, your ear shall hear. Meaning that whatever your ear hears whatever words you say should have the meaning and the intention and the understanding in your heart. Nitpusu harbe sidurim in Perush Ashkenaz, and there have already been published many different sidurim with the Ashkenaz interpretation, the Ashkenaz translation. So every person is able to learn and to understand exactly what he's davening. And if he can't understand the meaning of the words, at very least when he's concentrating at the time of the tefillah, he should at least think about matters that humble the heart, and that direct his heart to his Father in heaven. And if an extraneous thought, a strange thought comes to him in the middle of tefillah, he should wait and be silent until the thought stops, until he can get rid of the thought from his head. Sif Hey, he should direct his feet, he should position his feet one next to the other, as if it's only 1 foot, so that he's similar to the malachim, to the angels. As it says in Yechezkel, their feet, referring to the malachim's feet, was like a single straight foot. Meaning that their feet appear to be 1 foot. He should incline his head a little bit downwards. And he should close his eyes so that he's not looking at anything, so that he won't get distracted. If he's davening from a siddur, he shouldn't take his eyes off the siddur. He should put his hands on his heart. His right hand on top of his left hand. He should daven wholeheartedly. With awe and with fear and with humility. Like a poor person standing waiting to get tzedakah at the doorway. He should bring the words out of his mouth with kavanah, with concentration and with exactness, making sure he's reading the words carefully. And everyone should daven according to his own nusach. Whether it's Ashkenaz, whether it's Sfarad, or any other nusach. Because all of them are founded in the peaks of holiness. All of the nuschos are ways of expressing the tefillah, and all of them are equally valid. But he shouldn't mix up the words of one nusach with another. Because the words of each nusach are carefully counted out, according to great Kabbalistic secrets. And one should not, therefore, either add to or take away from these words. Thank you. Good night.